And hello, and welcome to the brand new Big Three podcast episode. Yes, it's been about a month since we've done one of these, but we are back. We didn't die. We just been a little bit busy, I guess. And if you're new here, I am Crash, Manga Crash, and on my sides I have Poxal, Emperor Poxal, and Doofy. My name is Doofy. Do you guys want to say hi?
Hello.
We have been very busy. We were just studying the Bible and how it's inspired by how it's inspired hentai.
And we've been writing our own hentai on the basis of the Bible. Like, there's this crazy one with Lot and his daughters, so just, like, stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, for real.
Next episode, we're going to show our hentai.
Yeah, what we've been doing in the last month.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be like the Great Fallout. Masked Man released his manga, and then we'll have our hentai to complement it, right? So,
Yeah.
it'll be a shared universe.
Exactly. It's just gonna be like his manga's peak, but then as soon as our manga comes out, his peak manga goes down to like a 7 out of 10.
Because we just lift the barrier for what a good manga can be.
So high.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly. The biblical hentai series. Name to be decided, but
All the One Piece fans are gonna drop One Piece and go to our manga.
yeah.
Yeah.
If they haven't already.
The world building's just going to be better than One Piece.
Which is not a
Yeah.
high bar, to be fair, but
True.
we have to
Yes.
pick on some series.
I mean, even that trash known as Naruto has better world building than One Piece.
Yeah, true. Also, really quickly before we get into like our topics, I started Black Clover the other day. I don't know if
I
you've seen
saw that.
Poxal, but I read the first 2
have.
volumes, and that shit was fucking sick. I actually loved Black Clover. I'm excited to read
Yeah.
more, and
That's not even like the best part of Black Clover. So
I've got 2 like reasons really why I'm reading Black Clover. For one, I need something from when the JJK fans act up. Because when they want to get all cocky and say, "Oh, JJK carrying Jump," I'm going to say, no, it's not even the best action series in Jump, okay? Black Clover better. And that's going to piss them off. I love that. And 2, I just like an underdog story. Not in the sense that Black Clover is an underdog story, but right now it's popular to hate Black Clover, so I want to love it. I want to be the strange one. So that's my motivation. Very upfront about it, but I do genuinely enjoy it. But we can
I
talk about that
love
another
Black
time.
Clover too, especially early Black Clover. I think Black Clover has 2 weak parts, and you're actually in one of the weaker parts right now. So the fact that
Yeah, I
you're
would
loving
agree.
it in one of the weaker parts. Now keep in mind, the second weaker part is way below the part that you're at now. Like
it's right now.
right now in the manga, it's at its lowest point of all
Yeah.
time.
Okay,
And
noted.
I'd say that that's lower than the start.
Okay.
But it only gets better from where you are until you reach right now.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
optimistic. I will say,
As
like,
you reach right now, it falls off.
I can
Yeah.
see why someone would hate it. Like, it's very on the nose with its tropes, but like the ones it's choosing to use, the sequence it's presenting them in, like people have made the comparison, but I am seeing strong parallels to Naruto here. I gotta say, structurally, it's very similar to early Naruto. I mean, the Asta being the Wizard King. I mean, it's Naruto Hokage. Of course, that's a basic archetype that most shonen draw from, but like, it's the fact that Black Clover chose to use like a lot of the same ones Naruto also chose. So I mean, again, their first mission, they were supposed to go like round up some boars, but then there's this fucking crazy dude that's killing the whole village, and now it's suddenly a crazier mission. Again, just like the Hidden Mist Village, they were only going there to guard the bridge builder, and then Zabuza shows up, and then like there's so many of these. And then there's the fucking exam arc, and it's like, well, arc. It's not really an arc. It's like fucking 2 chapters, but. Anyways, it's just pulling on all those tropes that I really fucking love. So, even though it's very on the nose with all of it, I don't care. It's fucking cool, okay?
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of the reasons why I like Asta better than Naruto as a character is
Fucking take that back.
Asta is so like I didn't like him at all at first in the first like couple of chapters, but then I feel like Asta is so upfront with how he wants to be like the best and everything, how he never gives up. Like, it's such a big trope in all the essentially Shonen Jump main characters,
Yeah.
or Shonen main characters, I mean. But I feel like with Asta, it's so honest that I like it.
Yeah.
To be fair, he is deeper than your mom.
True.
I'm not in your mom as I am.
Yeah, Creams really fell off by not keeping that Keeping that title. Classic Cream's blunder. Anyways, we'll talk about Black Clover some other time. Once I catch up, maybe we'll have something more to say.
I actually like the other day I bought like 80% of the manga.
I see it on your shelf, and I'm jealous because I own only the Fuck! I almost grabbed garbage. But I only own the first volume, and I forgot how fun it is to read like manga physically. And I kind of want to buy more, but like, that's a lot of money. It's like 28 volumes.
There was a time when Viz was doing a birthday sale or something, and some kind of sale, and Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, and Chainsaw Man were all 50% off.
Damn.
Excuse me.
Two mid-ass series.
I
And then
got
Black Clover.
I got Black Clover for $5 a volume. And,
That's nice.
I think also a bunch of Bleach stuff was cheap too. Oh yeah, Bleach was also $5
Nice.
volume. But I already owned all of Bleach.
Do you own all of Bleach? Oh my god.
I also own the light novels.
Yeah.
Wait, is it-
I've been pondering if I want to buy the Volume 1 Anniversary Edition.
I own it. It's right there.
Is it cool? I cannot see it.
Let me.
It's not on camera. Like, how much cooler than the original Volume 1?
It's literally the same volume with a different cover.
But that's
Yeah.
pretty fucking cool. Come on now.
The cover is really cool.
That's
I really
pretty
like the
fucking
cover.
cool. I kind of want it now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cover is really awesome. I really like how the characters they picked and like the whole anniversary symbol behind.
The thing that I like is that despite being an anniversary issue, they could have gone with, iconic scenes from later in the series when the art is closer to what Kubo is now. But they chose to use an older art for Volume 1. And I think that's
Exactly.
great because
I think it's great that they go back to his origins.
I love that.
Instead of going for like the very his peak art, because every mangaka gets better with art. But as you progress through Bleach is especially that case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most mangas are not the same steep improvement as Bleach. And that's not to say Volume 1's art was bad. It was very rigid in its style, and it looked really cool. It looked a lot edgier, you could say, than later on art. But the art definitely changes and evolves, and I think most people would say it gets way better. Despite the older art being really good, it's you can just see how he's evolved as an artist. I think you can see a similar thing with Naruto from square one to the last chapter of Naruto. The style changes almost 180.
Yeah, for the worse.
well, that's subjective.
No, it's actually
But I
objective
do-
because I am the sole authority on everything Naruto. Me and Mike Yubi are the two fucking kings of Naruto, and we decide what's good and what's bad.
And then you take One Piece, and it goes from having very simplistic art to having art that you can't even
complex.
be able to understand or read.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I get so
No,
lost
I
in
agree.
One Piece panels.
I
I
agree.
just want to finish the dang manga, but the art is just too complex that I can't just look at it and then skip a page. I have to spend 5 minutes looking at a panel sometimes.
I mean, that's when you even get the art, dog. I mean, sometimes, God, I hate it.
if you're-
Sometimes
if
there's
you're,
so much goddamn
looking-
text bubbles. It's where's the
Oh
art
my
anyways?
gosh. It's
I'm listen.
Is this a light novel?
Listen, I don't want to be the meathead shonen
JJK
fan.
fans cannot.
Okay, true.
Like,
Well, that's why I'm a
you
Black
can
Clover
let-
fan now. Fuck JJK,
That's-
okay?
that's
I
true.
switched up on them.
Yeah, I'll burn my JJK volume. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, fuck JJK. Bleach better. Black Clover
Yeah,
better.
for real.
I feel
Why
like
be better?
I do think a lot of it is because Ade just wants to finish One Piece before he dies, so he's
Yeah.
cramming a lot of it in each chapter.
A
I
noble
think
cause.
the man's tired. I think he wants to retire. You know what I
He's
mean?
been doing it for 25 years.
I think
When
he's a
I totally get it.
He's
I
an
totally
anomaly
get it.
of human physiology because
I
Like,
mean, is no Boichi, Boichi and the guy from Fairy Tail, Mashima.
Mashima.
Those guys are insane. They work on 2 to 3 manga.
I just
all
don't.
the time.
I think the big difference between Oda at least and Mashima is Mashima doesn't have any desire to quit at this point. He wants to continue going for a long time. I mean, he's already planning his next manga after Eden Zero.
I like
And
that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's insane. Like he's like talking about like the different genres that he wants to cover. Like that's why he did Eden Zero, because he was like, I'm tired of doing fantasy manga. I want to do a sci-fi manga. I don't see that in Shonen Jump enough. So let me do Eden Zero.
Aliens Area. Aliens Era is turning up, boys.
It's gonna get
It's
canceled.
gonna be. It's not gonna get fucking cancelled. It's staying. It's a mainstay. Duran's going first. I don't care. Duran's going first.
Duran's last chapter comes next week.
I haven't even
Oh, really?
read any.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
any
Fuck
of
yes.
Aliens Arena.
you should. It's been a month. Last episode I did talk about how I didn't really feel like Aliens Area was anything special. With the last couple chapters, I'm changing that opinion. I've been enjoying Aliens Area. It looks like it's gonna get cancelled anyways, though. I
don't think so. I think okay. Fucking mark my words. I think Duran's gone. I think Earthchild's gone, and in the amount of time it'll take before the next batch of cancellations, I think that's just enough time for Aliens Area to step into its identity and blow the fuck up. It's gonna be on every cover. It's gonna color pages every week. It's gonna have 1 million copies in circulation, just like Blue Box, by the way.
It's gonna cause One Piece to get canceled.
Yeah, that's how good.
Listen.
it is.
That's how good it will be.
Don't need
Shonen
One
Jump's
Piece anymore,
identity will become Aliens Arena.
So this is the new big
Yeah.
three, because One Piece is down the fucking drain right now. Let's face it, Aliens Era is coming for its ass. So the big three right now is Aliens Area. God, I will never say that right. Black Clover, and Bleach, and Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
That's the
That's
big
four.
three. I said what I said, baby. I said what I said.
Controversial.
Well, imagine if after One Piece finishes as a story, we get like a One Piece Next Generations.
Two Piece.
The thing is, I'm not. A lot of people joke with that. I don't believe Oda will want to write a sequel to One Piece.
No, I agree, but it's not that.
Yeah, I think Shueisha will want a sequel for
Yeah,
One Piece.
but I don't think Oda will be willing to do it. I genuinely think right now Oda wants to retire, but he has to finish his story. You know what I mean? Like he can't live with himself without finishing One Piece. So,
I mean, it's his life project essentially. So of course he doesn't really want to
it's
just cancel
literally
it.
his life.
He had an out though. He could have just let Kaido get back up. The raid wouldn't fail, right? Kaido starts busting it down sexual style. Then they kill Luffy, and then that's it. The One Piece will never be found.
At that point, you can just write like Luffy trips out of his boat and dies in the next chapter.
I
You
love
can
that.
Always do that.
Brilliant. Why doesn't he do that? He can literally end One Piece whenever he wants.
It's been foreshadowed in chapter 1 when he fell out of his boat.
And he couldn't swim then either.
Gosh!
Right?
Oda foreshadowing genius? Oh my gosh! Next chapter, One Piece is ending?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He should have ended it at chapter 1000 with Luffy falling out of his boat. That would have been beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it would have been exactly 999 chapters from the first chapter.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty important number.
His numbers.
Oh my gosh. I just realized it's probably been like 20 minutes. We haven't even talked about any of the topics we have on screen.
It's 13, only
it's been
13
good.
surprisingly, but it's been 13 very fun
okay.
minutes.
Very fun. Also, one last thing about Black Clover. What chapter are you on?
I think 17, so that's exactly 2 volumes in. Maybe it's 16 I finished.
Alright.
So they're still in
you're
that little
like-
dungeon. They're in that little dungeon. And they're facing off against that guy with like the gem in his forehead that was like fucking around with Yuno.
Don't watch the animation of that fight.
I'm not gonna watch the anime for this ever, because hashtag fuck anime, hashtag manga crash better.
There are 2 fights that are really nicely animated, but other than that, every other fight in the series is like dog poo poo.
Yeah, I've seen clips of some fights and they look awful. But when I read more, I'll ask which ones I should watch, because you know me, I like to watch good looking things. But unfortunately, Black Clover doesn't seem to be one of them.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it really doesn't.
Also, the art is just like good. Like it's just like really good. Like just it really does feel like at times like a kind of 2000s battle shonen. I really like that about this.
I always say it's like the mirror of My Hero, I guess, because My Hero is very like rough and square sometimes, and Black Clover is very like bubbly, very round. I like both of the arts. I feel like Black Clover is a little bit more cute. I guess.
I think Black Clover and My Hero Academia are really like the best examples of the next, like, you know, like shonen. Like they give you such a cool like mirror to the past, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
like,
Also being
even though they're like really big, sure, they still give you that like almost sense of, oh my gosh, this is how I felt when I read Bleach, Naruto, or One Piece back when it was released.
That's absolutely how I'm feeling like reading Black Clover. Like I was tweeting because I genuinely hate reading long running manga because like I just get overwhelmed with how much I have to read and I always feel like I'm behind everyone and that feeling kind of always lingers and it dampers my enjoyment. But with Black Clover, I'm just excited to see what happens in the next chapter. I'm like, this is cool. What happens next? And I haven't felt that since. Well, I read Gaunt's recently, and I felt it then. But otherwise, it's been a long time.
Both of them are kind of both of them are kind of similar in the sense that they're very like fast paced and there's always like something happening. Like you start a mission, and then like it's relatively simple. Then a chapter or two just completely explodes. I feel like both Gantz and Black Clover, for how different they are, they both kind of do that.
Yeah, except Gaunt's has fucking like neck-breaking pacing at times, and well, not pacing, I guess, but like they're literally just chapters. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like maybe not as fast. I feel like the thing is, Gantz is you can read Gantz faster.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what it is.
There
if you
are-
read chapter by chapter, I don't think it's that different.
there are chapters and chapters and chapters of Gaunt's with like no text and just like fighting and shit. It's exactly what I needed when I started reading it, to be honest. But
So good.
yeah, maybe we can spend a few minutes talking a bit about that Shojo Beat drama that's ongoing currently.
Yeah. So that was one of the 3 topics we were going to be talking today. So we are a little bit late on starting that. But essentially, if you guys have been following on Twitter, you may have seen, at least today, a little bit of a drama around Shojo Beat. I just kind of want to explain what happened, and then we can discuss it. But essentially, like, a bunch of people have been kind of like arguing that they want reprints for all their shoujo series because I guess there aren't enough shoujo series, like compared to like shonen and seinen being translated into English.
Right.
And a lot of the series that were released in the 2000s, they don't get reprints at all, and a lot of them are discontinued. So there was this response on Tumblr of all places from editor Nancy about discontinued series, and I'm just gonna read what they answered. I got an ask in my inbox about our discontinued series being picked up again. Simple answer is no. The year we discontinued a few series was when Borders went out of business and the manga market crashed. People don't buy manga. Anyways, the point is the next one. No, she says, now I'm gonna be a meanie because sometimes I am. And then she says, did you not buy a series that we published over 13 years ago? 10 years ago, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now maybe you were one of the few that did. That's amazing. I'm not talking to you. But for all the other people who didn't buy it back then, and I think they should have another chance at it now, no way. I don't feel sorry for you. You had your chance. We absorbed the losses because you didn't collect it when we were publishing it. What it also did is make publishing something new in that particular genre or by that mangaka more difficult because the booksellers know that you didn't buy those series. I'm also looking at all the old outs for when a series ends, or those surreptitiously waiting for a box set. Again, only 4 of 100 Shojo Beat series ever had box sets. You can do that, but those series not being available when you finally get around to collecting them is a risk you take. No one knows you want a particular series until you purchase it, and when series are gone, they're usually gone for good. So essentially, basically, she's saying that if you wanted a particular series that isn't on print right now, you should have bought it when they came out originally. Like,
that's just such a crazy take to have.
Especially because like we've had such like a boom in like manga market in the past like couple of years. Most of manga fans are new.
13 years ago, I was 5. Does she expect a 5-year-old to have money to buy manga?
Yes. So stop being broke, Poxal. Go out there and buy some Shojo Beat manga. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, dog. I know he's broke like that. But yeah, no. For like you said, Crash. I mean, with the pandemic, and from like the boom in Demon Slayer, I mean, so many more people are only now getting into manga, and they're only now finding out about these other series. So like, they weren't even in a position to buy these series 13 years ago because one, they were like Poxal and they were broke. I mean, you know, young and didn't even aware of it. Or two, just like had literally no idea it existed. You know what I mean? So it's like such a so they're being condescending for what? Like for nothing? And then blocking people when they like point out how wrong this whole like logic is?
Yeah, because they've been blocking people on Twitter as well recently. Even though I think they said that they aren't.
I want to
like showing screenshots.
I want to go get blocked by them.
Blocked.
I gotta get blocked by them.
The big thing is, like, you have all these manga. Like, I only started collecting manga, like, last year, late.
Yeah.
So it's, like, it's really stupid. Like, the argument makes absolutely no sense. And the fact that they are blocking people proves that they know they're wrong. You know?
Yeah.
Because the second that you're trying to censor an argument, it means that you can't fight an argument with logic or, any reason.
And like there's probably reasons why you can't just republish or reprint a series that is 13 years old. Like you probably can like give actual arguments as to why we can't because of licenses or the losses are the risk is too big or something like that. But like saying you should have just bought it then, like I don't feel sorry for you. Like
yeah, like the actual position they have is like fine. Like you can't expect a company to invest all this money into your one niche series you want reprinted. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to do that, but I would expect them to give the actual reason and not be like just condescending and throw out these like non-arguments about 5-year-olds should be out buying shoujo manga they didn't know existed with all their money. You know what I mean? Like that's just some craziness. And I made a tweet today about blocking because like blocking is such a weird, almost taboo, maybe not really issue, but like people think that if you block them in an argument that they've won. Like no, you're just annoying and I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't owe you argument, all right? I don't owe you anything. You're now annoying. You don't provide anything for me. I'm blocking you. I don't want to hear it anymore. So like I'd just be blocking motherfuckers left and right. But so I mean honestly, even on that level, like I don't really give a fuck if Shojo Beat are blocking people. But as like a representative of a corporation, that looks fucking bad because that's different. Because I mean, essentially you're blocking potential customers, and what kind of message does that send your customers? So just as a marketing thing, it's awful. As individuals, whatever. If Nancy on her own personal Twitter wants to do it, I mean, fuck it, go crazy. But on the Shojo Beat Twitter, dog, come on now.
Yeah, no.
It kind of takes me back to what the Bleach wiki did a while back. But we'll get into that when we get into the Disney thing. I'll talk about it a little bit more. But they acted very similar to how the Disney Twitter, not Disney, but the Shojo Beat Twitter acted.
They just started blocking people. I don't like. They could just also said like, I don't know if they want to distance themselves from the argument because that, even though I think it was posted on Shojo Beat's official Tumblr, because I didn't know that was a thing that existed, but it is like. It does say like who posted it. Like it says edited Nancy, so they could just say like that's her opinion, right? It doesn't really represent the company or anything. But the way that they're going at it, it seems like they kind of agree, like that you should just buy the things.
Go back in time. Spend your time
not?
building a time machine and go back in time, you lazy frick.
Yeah. Essentially, it's like I don't know. That's just some craziness. And this is the upshot of this for me is fuck Shojo Beat. Don't read any shoujo manga. Shonen better. Read Shonen Jump. Down with shoujo. That's the official proclamation of the big three. I'm the official shoujo hater.
That's the opinion of the big three.
You know what's funny? I think my favorite like manga that has the romance genre is a shonen and not a shoujo.
Yeah, that's true for me too, because I basically only read shonen. But like, I've been enjoying like older shoujo. I've been like because I did 2 videos on it like last year. It was one of my first videos, but I kind of had to research like older shoujo, and I really like it. Like the 70s, the 70s shoujo is better than 70s shonen, like really like much better.
Unfortunately for you, you forgot to realize that wasn't Devilman in the 70s? Or was that 80s? Yeah, okay, so automatically you're wrong, because one, Devilman. Also, Cutie Honey, hello? Okay? Probably also 70s, so you're just objectively wrong. Twice.
Not sure. Yeah, probably. Probably 70s.
He's probably wrong.
Yeah, okay, okay, so this is gonna... Yeah,
Like
73.
75.
73. You're close.
Devilman is also 73, I think.
Is it? I thought it was earlier.
I think.
Devilman. 72.
Maybe 72. Okay. So yeah, it makes sense. Like, there's probably people that think Cutie Honey is a shoujo though.
Yeah, because woman
sure
equals
that audience is there.
woman equals shoujo, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, girl equals shoujo, but that's not what we mean when we say that.
Does that mean all shonen is shoujo?
Because all shonen have girls except IQ.
IQ has girls.
Yeah.
The team manager.
Yeah. I mean, she appears sometimes. The 2 girls that it has.
So therefore, IQ's a shoujo.
Yeah. That's also an argument a lot of people make.
Wow, I've only read 6 shoujo.
Probably read more, but I don't think I've read like more than 10.
Yeah.
I was planning on buying.
I don't think I've read a single shoujo, and I'm checking right now to see if I have.
Haven't you read Uren? Uren shoujo?
Oh yeah, you
Oh yeah. Okay,
You love
I've read
shoujo.
I have read a single shoujo.
Okay.
did. But you enjoy it.
Oh yeah, we're in High School Host Club's peak fiction.
Honestly,
There you go.
the average of all my shoujo is probably quite high, because like number 6 is one of them. That was one of my favorite manga for a long time. Vitamin, it's like this like 2 or
Vitamin's great.
3 chapter thing. It's fucking phenomenal.
I've been trying to read Life, and it's been hard to find scans for it. And they don't reprint the fucking series. It's been out of print for years. I should have bought it.
Yeah, well, that sounds like an
Bought it in
issue, right?
2000s.
You should have just bought it. You should have the foresight that it gets sold out and that you would like it later in life. And you should have just known about its existence earlier on.
Just going a little bit back to that argument, like, I think Life was published in like the 2000s. It's probably like 15 years ago. Because it's not even a shoujo beat. It's Tokyo Pop. So that's lost forever.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
So if I wanted to buy Life, I would have had it to buy it in a time where we didn't had manga in Portugal, and there was like absolutely no way I could like imported it. And I was a teen. I could probably, if I was a normal teen, buy manga. But I didn't have any money because I didn't have an allowance. I know people normally have allowances. That's a foreign thing for me, but
I've seen 3 shoujo.
it's a good number.
Wait, is Keion shoujo?
No, it's seinen.
No, it's
Oh,
seinen.
no.
It's seinen.
It's
Yeah,
seinen.
it's
Come on,
seinen.
please.
Yeah.
Only men read K-On.
Seinen.
Yeah.
Manly men.
Is Nagatoro a shoujo?
I think it's a seinen
No,
also.
I
It could be a
think-
shonen though.
It's definitely like a shonen or a seinen because it's on the same vein of like comments and things like that.
Well,
From
the
what I've
author writes hentai, so.
So it's definitely a shonen.
Rent a Girlfriend.
That's
It's
a
also
shonen. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does it tell me this? What magazine is it in? I don't even know.
I don't know what magazine it is. Is it Sunday?
No, it's Kodansha's Weekly Shonen magazine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I take that back. I've only seen one shoujo.
You can like if you compare like the art style of like Oran with the others, you can kind of tell like which one is shoujo. I feel like that's generally a better way. Of course,
Wait.
it really depends, but most shoujo have
Is-
like characteristic art.
Is Kendansha a shonen company?
No, it
It's
has
just a manga.
magazines in all like demographics.
Oh,
in the same
like
way
Viz
Shueisha
Drama
does.
is-
Oh, it's a web manga magazine pocket.
Oh yeah, so that's probably Shonen because it's magazine. It's probably like from Shonen magazine.
That makes sense. I know Komi is a shonen, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kami's from Sunday.
Yeah.
Like most popular romances are shonen or seinen. That's one of the things people like shoujo fans have been complaining because I've been following Colleen's, which is a YouTube channel, and she mostly talks about shoujo, and like most of her complaints like recently, I think there's been very few shoujo anime recently. Like most anime, even romance anime, are like all shonen. And apparently one of the most recent Shojo Beat manga is a shonen. It's a manga from Shonen Jump Plus. So people are fuming at that recently as well.
Wait, can you say that one more time? It's a
The most recent Shojo Beat manga is a Shonen Jump Plus manga.
huh? Really? What?
That is being disguised as a shoujo in the West by Viz.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
That's some shady ass behavior on part of Viz.
And that gets like a lot of shoujo fans mad as well, which I get, because if you're getting like the Shojo Beat, it's the biggest shoujo publisher, I guess. It's like fucking shoujo fans recently. So I'd be pissed too.
What mangas are even shoujo? I'm trying to figure that out.
Fruit Basket is shoujo, for example.
Mid?
Uran.
Fruit Basket is great. Fuck you, Fruit Basket is great.
Uran
You should read it. Like half of Clump stuff, like Sailor Moon, Card Capture, Sakura,
Sailor
for example.
Moon's Peak.
Banana Fish.
I never saw card. Oh, Banana Fish's Peak.
Banana Fish is also shoujo. I haven't read Banana Fish yet.
Nana.
More-
How could I forget Nana?
Nana is shoujo.
Oh, Absolute Boyfriend is a shoujo.
I haven't heard of that one.
Just looking at them from letters down.
Oh, okay.
Vampire Knight, my
Some of
goat.
these are just Vampire Knight is amazing. Like Vampire Knight goes from being like a very classic like shoujo vampire like story to becoming like this like story about incest, and it's just hilarious how it devolves.
I've heard
into
about that today. Actually, I've heard about that today for the first time. Also, can I just say that you've went from I've only read one shoujo to this is a classic shoujo vampire manga.
I've watched a lot of shoujo.
You've watched one, you've watched them all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hashtag cancel Shojo Beats.
I'm gonna wait. Have you guys read Vampire Knights?
I've watched
I
the anime,
haven't,
if that
I haven't.
counts.
Do you care about spoilers for the ending of the manga?
I don't think I'll ever read it,
I
but
don't know. Yeah, just drop
Okay.
the spoilers.
So let me explain how Vampire Knights ends. So you know how in the ending of the anime, she goes away with her brother because her brother is like obsessed with her.
yeah.
So in the end, she ends up having a child with her brother, but then her brother dies. So then the other guy, like the vampire hunter guy, becomes her, like takes care of the child until the child's a little older. But then he dies from like old age because he's human, essentially, mostly human. And then she ends up sacrificing her own life to bring back her dead, like her dead brother, who now has to live in a world where his daughter doesn't even know who he is, and he's supposed to take care of her. His only love interest is dead, and yeah, that's the ending.
Damn.
Sucks. Sucks for him.
Yeah. Classic Vampire Knight L, I guess. I thought it was like... I enjoyed watching it.
mind-boggling.
Yeah, that's a little more interesting, but I kind of just treated it like a soap opera. I kind of just threw that on. I'm like... It's just like fun. Like it's very on the nose, cliche, but like I love it. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like I don't need everything to be innovative and new and fresh or complex. I just want to fucking enjoy something. And Vampire Knight was that for me.
But like, it's just crazy.
But that ending is pretty
how-
fucking nutty. I love that.
It's just so crazy. Like, this is how the wiki does it, so that it will sound a little better. But Yuki decides to revive Kaname by sacrificing herself. Zero is dead as he was not a pure vampire, and Yuki has happily spent her life with him. Then Kaname, the vampire, wakes up to see his daughter, who calls him the other father. This is his daughter.
Okay. True.
So he's living as like I guess Yuki gets a happy ending and Zero gets a happy ending because they die in peace, but Kaname gets like the worst ending he could have imagined. I just hope he doesn't have feelings for his daughter.
God.
Well, let's end the manga as it ended and not continue.
Yeah.
Because I remember Uzagi Drop, which is Uzagi Drop a shoujo or a seinen?
I think it's a seinen.
I think it's a seinen, but I think it's also written by someone who writes shoujo, if I'm not wrong. Also, that reminds me that Orange is also
Oh, it's
a shoujo,
Josei.
and then Josei. Okay, there you go. Josei has a lot. I've been really enjoying Josei recently as well.
It's like
Paris
95% of shoujo boys love.
I'm
wouldn't.
willing to bet that the ones that are published here are, because we get a lot of BL translated.
Well,
So
I mean,
BL has a huge market. I'm not sure if it's even considered like shoujo or if it's something.
Oh, Lovely Complex is a shoujo. That's peak fiction.
scared the shit out of me. I mean, like, I hate to like just make the broad sweeping claims about the demographics, but I guess in the same way that like 90% of shonen published in the West is like battle shonen, probably like 90% of shoujo is probably some kind of like romance oriented, but at the same time, like, that's what we get over here is still only a small portion of like the overall demographic published in Japan, so it's hard to say. There's definitely nothing that truly unifies these demographics other than the magazines that they're published in.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway,
I'm looking at Josei though titles really quickly, and I'm like, Josei kind of got a lot of good shit going for them.
Josei has really good stuff.
I mean, all of what's her name?
V Jose.
Oh, it's Okazaki. A lot of her works are Josei, and I really like her, like Helter Skelter and Pink and River's Edge.
I just got it.
Nice. Yeah, I also have it.
This is my favorite from her. I read this one when I went on vacation, and then I read Helter Skelter coming back. And I've read River's Edge recently. Not recently, a while ago.
Yeah.
But Pink is definitely the better of the three.
I don't know. I think I liked River's Edge a little more.
River's Edge is the one I like the most, actually.
On the topic of Josei, one of my favorite Joseis is Bleach, and recently Bleach was bought by Bleach's streaming rights were bought by Disney.
So Mickey Mouse is gonna appear in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna become a shonen manga or shoujo manga.
It's gonna be Ichigo Kurosaki save the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yeah.
I just want to say that is the best transition we're probably gonna have in the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the second topic we wanted to discuss. It didn't just come out of nowhere for anyone that's kind of like listening to this.
Yeah. So
That is the second
Poxal,
topic.
what's the situation? Give us the 411. What's going on with Bleach?
So Disney has bought Bleach from Kubo. They own it now. They're going to be censoring the entire 1,000-Year Blood War, and they're turning Ichigo Kurosaki into Mickey Mouse and rerunning the entire anime.
Yeah. But it is getting a crossover with Kingdom Hearts, though, so that's pretty good.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's entering. Ichigo's going to be in Kingdom Hearts, so it's like a 50-50. Like, 1,000-Year Blood War has now been ruined, but guess what? Bleach is in Kingdom Hearts, so
And
Anyway.
probably Smash now.
in all seriousness, all Disney bought was the streaming rights, and people are overreacting in almost every video they're posting on YouTube, and it's very blatantly obvious. There's no censorship worry, and even with like simulcasting or like weekly release, not much of a worry there either. In my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we should probably get a little deeper into that. Pretty much, if you guys don't know, for the last 4 or 5 months, Disney and Crunchyroll have been in a bidding war for the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime. And Disney won the auction. So they now own the streaming rights for the North American audience of the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War arc.
Which, like, it may seem... I guess it can kind of suck if you only have Crunchyroll as the only, like, streaming service that you have. I feel like that can suck. But that's true for pretty much every series. Like, I don't have Crunchyroll, so 99% of the anime that sucks for me. That sucks for Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna have to buy Crunchyroll to see Chainsaw Man.
No, you won't.
And if you...
No, you won't.
But I will. I will. I'm gonna tell you. I just rather watch it on television than on the computer.
HDMI cords, anyone? Come on,
True.
Crash. You want to support? You want to support this corrupt industry?
Come on, Crash. You're a One Piece fan. Come on.
Was it Digibro that made the video that we should pirate anime? I don't remember who made that video. I don't remember, but I was convinced by it for like a few months when I was younger, and I think I implicitly still am. But I think that's just me wanting to justify my very stingy lifestyle, we might say.
Yeah, but
That does sound like something Digibro would do.
The big thing with Bleach 1000-Year Blood War is people should realize that one, Crunchyroll would have censored some of the stuff in Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. Like, if not, Crunchyroll is more keen on that kind of stuff than Disney is. Because you take a look at Disney's platform, they have Deadpool. Like, even if they had the ability to censor Bleach, they wouldn't. I could see them altering a few scenes here and there, just a few, but they don't have that right. Like, they never bought the rights for production with the Bleach anime. They just bought the streaming rights.
Oh.
They probably just want to grab like an anime audience to go check. They have no interest in.
But like, people are making like conspiracy theories, and they're so funny to me. Because somebody wrote this in my comment section on my video I made of it. I think you're missing the point. The disdain and hatred people have towards Disney right now is at an all-time high. Even though from what you're saying, Disney won't screw over 1000-Year Blood War, there's still a lot of people that will refuse to sign up and give Disney money to watch Bleach. And you will download it elsewhere. Okay, who cares? Going to Disney was the worst possible move for Bleach. Now keep in mind, the only thing that Bleach going to Disney does is gives us an audience in the hundreds of millions. So instead of having an audience of 5 million.
So I'm not sure how streaming services work, but I'm assuming Disney already paid a lot more money than Crunchyroll would to Bleach. So for Bleach or for the company, it's better.
I replied and I said, I disagree. Crunchyroll is just as awful of a company. If you don't want to watch officially, then pirate. Only a small fraction of people are upset because it's company policies, etc. And his response was, destroying Star Wars is not due to some company policy. Now, any person with 5 brain cells can see the difference in what Disney did to Star Wars, and I'm not even claiming that they destroyed it because I'm not going to give my opinion on Star Wars because that's irrelevant. But let's say Star Wars was destroyed as a franchise. Let's say Star Wars was ruined. Anybody can see them ruining Star Wars in quotations and them getting the streaming rights of Bleach, and those are two separate things entirely.
Yeah.
They're involved in the production of Star Wars. They are not involved with the production of Bleach.
Yeah, maybe if they tried to make like another arc after the 1000-Year Blood War arc and like tried to sell it as canon, then maybe. Yeah. But even that's not the same because like Bleach already has filler and fans already just ignore it. So it's like, okay, then what? Disney's wasting all this money to produce an arc no one's gonna watch and no one's gonna want to watch. So that in that case, it's like the Star Wars thing. Why does Star Wars feel different? Maybe one of you guys could because I do get the sense that people think that Star Wars is ruined, even though they can literally just ignore the 3 movies that Disney made and the other franchises.
You can always do that, but I guess it always feels like, for example, with a video game franchise, like for example with Crash, when they changed companies, like the other games were worse, and I could just ignore them. I could just play the PS1 games, but like those are canon, those are the material we're getting right now. Like it feels different. Like it is kind of like the same, I guess, if Disney just hired someone to write Bleach's manga from now on.
Yeah, but another big thing that we have to know is Disney doesn't have that right. They have like
No,
a
not
pure
at all.
contract that says, "Hey, you can stream these episodes when we finish them in Japan." Like you have that right to stream them,
And
You don't
that's
have that
it, right?
To change them. Yeah,
Like they're not even
that's
dubbing it. They're just like platforming official subtitles.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Viz is the one dubbing it. Like I don't even think Disney's involved in the dubbing.
Streaming rights
Again,
is just
I could
that,
be
it's
wrong. I could be
streaming
wrong.
rights. It is like the right to stream. I think at best, they could probably hire, like, make the dub and the sub.
Yeah, I
But-
could be wrong with the dub.
think more
They
than that.
probably do make the sub though.
Yeah.
So anyway, I replied Disney is not involved in production. Their response is, for now, Bleach is a Trojan horse for Disney to get a larger reach into the anime world. Thousand Year Blood War may not screw us over, that doesn't mean future IPs won't. Disney is pretty much saying, hey, anime world, you can trust us. Let's stream your content. That's just the first phase. After trust is secured, then production licenses will be acquired next. Thousand Year Blood War is nothing more than a predatory move for Disney.
That's a little crazy. I mean, listen, we'll deal with it if it comes, but like that's already a big if. Like
I
no,
replied,
no
yeah,
duh
I
that like
replied,
they're doing
"Okay,
this.
Andrew."
Yeah.
I replied,
Yeah.
okay, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, like, what
What is
else? Like, yeah, of course they're getting it to get more people on their platform. Like, duh. Like, what are you saying there?
Yeah,
that's the
that's-
whole point. But I think this is a good thing because I don't want like Netflix to have a monopoly or Crunchyroll to have a monopoly on anime,
Exactly.
right? I like
Yeah,
this
and
diversification.
Netflix-
This is net positive.
Yeah, it
Netflix
makes
is actually
platforms
worse.
improve.
I feel
Yeah.
like Netflix is actually worse because Netflix is making the anime. They're like they are actually like putting your ends on the anime that we're watching.
Well,
And
Here's
some.
the thing, though. Here's
Some,
the
yeah,
thing.
of course,
Yeah,
but
Disney is also making anime. They're producing anime too. Star
Visions,
Wars
right?
Visions.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Visions. That was a big thing. And also, like, they act like Bleach is the first time Disney's getting involved with anime. Disney has been involved in the anime industry for 2 decades now.
Yeah, they published Ghibli.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Ghibli
What the
films.
fuck? I don't know. People are weird.
Which one could argue some of those Ghibli films are as large as the Bleach franchise. Like,
Yeah,
those
and
things
gorier.
have insane box offices.
Like, have you seen like Princess Mononoke? That shit can be gorier than Bleach at points.
Yeah.
Probably not
It's
1,000 Year
wasn't
Blood War,
censored.
but yeah.
Yeah. That
For
I
sure.
guess that really
But they also have stuff on their platform to where they aren't going to censor it. And it's just crazy. They also own Hulu, and Hulu has all these animes, which is my evidence towards where I think it's going to be weekly, because on Hulu, they release anime weekly instead of, like, releasing it in batches, which
I feel
is
like a lot
really
of
smart in my opinion.
a lot of people probably they associate Disney with certain things and not others. Like Disney for a lot of people is the animated movies, and then the Marvel and Star Wars.
It's Mickey
Disney.
Mouse. It's Mickey
And
Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, yeah. But like Disney's so much more than that. Like the new Predator, which I haven't seen, I won't see it. But like the new Predator movie, which people have been saying like it's the best Predator since the original, is a Disney movie. Like Alien is now Disney, for example. Also, there's a lot of stuff that are Disney now that people probably don't realize.
Wait, does Disney own Family Guy?
For a while, not for a while. They own Family Guy since they own The Simpsons.
Yeah, I'm just like looking at what Disney owns: ABC, ESPN, Touchstone Pictures, Marvel, Lucasfilms, A&E, The History Channel, Lifetime, Pixar, Hollywood Records, Vice Media, Core Publishing. Dog, they already own everything. Like, what's the problem?
We live. I've been saying this for years now. We live in the parallel timeline where Disney bought everything. We are not the main timeline. We are one of those wacky timelines where Disney just bought everything. We're gonna appear on a random TV show.
Yo, Disney, if you're listening, we are willing to sell the rights to the big three for a large sum. Very large, but please just give us an email and we'll sort something
18 mil? 18 mil?
out. I'd do
Yeah.
18 mil, I think. Divide that.
I
As
think
long as
they're
it's
worth a
American
little
money.
more.
I don't want none of that fucking Canadian money that's worth fucking pennies.
I think
18 million yen.
Oh god, no, please, anything but the yen.
But yeah,
Disney Plus and chill.
18 million
But-
is 23 million in Canada, so we definitely got to make sure we get that 18 mil. So 18 divided by 3.
Disney Plus. I think it's an enticing
divided by
offer.
3.
That's 6.
Like,
Yeah.
6 million.
we gotta think. Our podcast has like an insane following. We have like 162 million followers. Like,
Yeah.
Followers on YouTube.
yes, and we have 2,000 million followers or
Views.
subscribers on Twitter.
Yeah.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I guess, yeah.
Uh,
We work more than Marvel, I would say.
Yeah.
Because that was like 4 billion.
Well, I mean, what does Marvel even do
5?
besides repeat like superhero tropes over and over again and beat it to
If
death
you
and
buy our
have bad
podcast, you'll
CGI?
have access to like, if you buy our podcast, you'll have access to actual good storylines,
Yeah.
like the Poxal freezing arc. The
Like the Poxal
Uh,
freezing arc.
Also muting arc as well.
Yeah, the Poxal
Yeah.
muting arc.
those arcs were absolute fire. The character development everybody had was just insane.
Yeah.
I'm in for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. There's.
Speaking of, oh,
I was just gonna say there was no issue with Bleach being acquired to stream on Disney Plus, but anyways, we digress.
exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bleach, Bleach is part of a big organization known as the Big Three. We are the Big Three. You know,
Part of us.
yeah, like that stupid robot-ish manga,
Me and Roboco.
Roboco.
Please put some respect on Roboco, the goat of the
Yeah.
big 3. Which, by the way, for a reminder for the new ones that are only joining at the 50-minute mark, the big 3 is Black Clover,
This is the stream.
Aliens Area, Bleach, Crash Bandicoot, and me and Roboco. It's
Not
the big
Bleach,
3.
Zombie Powder. Get right.
True. Sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect the goat himself.
The true Kubo manga.
Ichikubo's best manga.
This is the only
Dang it.
type Kubo
Oh my God,
manga
you got
that
it.
I recognize. Okay, we want this. We don't want this. We want to destroy this. We want to burn this to the
Like,
ground.
no.
Awful.
For real,
Like,
though.
I just want to
Ironically.
Stop! You're hurting me.
And honestly, the volume looks very good. Unfortunately, it's one of the worst stories ever to be penned by a Shonen Jump
Peak
author.
fiction. It's peak fiction.
Which I can't say of this goat right here, Zombie
One of
Powder,
the
the
most
blurred
mid.
edition.
Burn the Witch is like actual like mid. That's what I
L
would
take.
call it.
That is such an L take.
I'd
You
rather
aren't,
read
like,
Samurai
carried
8 than
by
fucking
arts.
Burn the Witch.
That take
I wouldn't
that
get
back. That's
I
too
wouldn't
far.
get that far.
I said what I
Too
said.
far. It's
I
too
said what I
far.
said.
Well, when
Yeah,
Burn the
okay.
Witch gets more chapters and becomes better than everything else in Jump, and Jump is surviving off of Burn the Witch, you'll be sorry.
Listen, it'll
Yeah, 'cause
never
I can
beat.
change my opinion.
It'll never beat Goat Clover. Okay, so get that through your fucking skull.
has. Bro,
Impossible.
When I watched the movie for Burn the Witch, I immediately tweeted Burn the Witch better than Fairy Tail and Black Clover, and it pissed so many people off.
Because you're lying. I would also be
Yeah,
pissed off if
'cause
my hero
why?
lied.
So funny. I mean, I agree with that. I agree with the take still.
All
to
right,
this day.
new big
But-
3 coming in hot and fresh. Black Clover, Zombie Powder, and Burn the Witch. Respect it. This is the authority on manga.
Take out Zombie Powder, do Black Clover, Fairy Tail, and Burn the Witch. The 3 magic mangas.
I don't own Burn the Witch, but I own Rave Master. I mean, I don't own Fairy Tale, but I own Rave Master.
I mean, Rave Master better for real.
Maybe
need to read it.
people say that, but I read the first 2 volumes and it was somehow
I've
even
never
more
read Rave
tropey and
Master.
corny than anything I've ever read.
I've never read
90s
Rave
manga.
Master.
It's like 90s.
But yeah, so the Big 3 is our podcast name, and we are in the Big 3. Therefore, Viz was an L recently, but Crash is.
Recently.
I mean, I say recently, but this is like a month ago. Crash, you have made 1 million videos on this topic, milking it for views. Would you like to talk about it?
The thing is, I did kind of. I already did
The
a
war
video on
crimes?
it. I was like, I already did a video on the Big 3 a year ago. I'm gonna do another.
Exactly.
Well, you know, the big 3 are the best-selling manga ever. So
it was it kind of broke my channel though, because I had like a bunch of videos like eating 1 million views or more. Not 1 million, Jesus, 1,000 views or more. And then I published that one, it was like 300.
Guys, the big three,
you
the big three are One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Go-Go 13.
Because those are the 3 best-selling manga of all time.
Yeah,
but
it should be like if it's by the argument of sales, it should be.
But okay, let's get to like the meat of it really quickly. Viz essentially put out a tweet saying, I'll get the screenshot. I don't have it on me right now.
Yeah, essentially, I don't exactly remember it, but it was kind of something like they published something to promote Bleach, which I think is an important context. They were promoting Bleach. And then someone said, "Oh, Bleach is like the best of the big 3."
Oh, I found
and
it.
then they said, who are the big 3 really?
Yeah.
Oh no! Then they said the big 3, and then they listed 4, and then they said something back to that, and they replied, "Who are the big 3 really?"
Yeah, because they were like
Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, or Bleach. Don't think there's actually defined big 3. And honestly, though, they are right. Like, kind of.
I mean, I always like compare like two waves of music, which is kind of like hard to compare because the same argument can be said. But like, if a band is part of if there's a movement, like the band is either part of the movement or is not. And like the big 3 was a movement in a manga, and it was made specifically to talk about Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto. The term wasn't made to talk about any other manga. The term wasn't made to talk about Dragon Ball. It was made to talk about Black Clover, especially because Black Clover didn't exist then, or any of these new series or JoJo or anything. It was specific for Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. That's why they made the term.
Like, we have to understand the reason why. So there's 2 reasons why, and there's 2 arguments. One of them is North American. Like, what caused anime and manga to spike in North America? Dragon Ball obviously did its thing, but look at the DVD sales that Bleach did. Bleach's DVD sales in North America, and also in Japan, outsold One Piece and Naruto.
Actually, I mean, I can see it outselling One Piece, but not Naruto.
Yeah, I know how shocking that is to say. I have the receipts too.
I listen. I trust you. If there's anyone I trust on these issues, it's you. But I can see that. I mean, a lot of people probably would have watched Naruto on television.
I'm just waiting for the POXAL'S camera to pan out and have all the Bleach DVDs ever sold, like on its own.
Yeah.
I almost bought them all, but I chose not to. Because it was expensive. It was like $15 per DVD. 8 episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like basically, it's not that far from Naruto, and eventually Naruto does outsell it. But at least for the first like 200, 300 episodes of its run, Bleach was outselling Naruto.
That is actually insane.
That's
and I think
crazy,
that's mostly because Bleach's audience was a little older, so they had money to spend. They were closer to the age.
Look at this. Look at this detailed analysis from POXAL. You love to see it, right? This is information you can't find anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, totally.
But I think while you're like digging through that, I think what's important in all of this is just recognizing that the Big 3 is ultimately a fan term, coined by us and only used by us. I mean, not us specifically, but like the fans who made it. Because
I coined it.
Yeah, true.
I was there.
Manga Crash was there on 2chan saying, "Guys, new idea. We're gonna call Naruto, Bleach, One Piece the Big 3."
By the way, the thing is, 2chan is Japanese, right? The term did not came from Japan.
Oh, it didn't come from 2chan?
No, it came from probably 4chan, I guess, but like Western forums, like English-speaking forums, which is also kind of important because again, those were the 3 that kind of caused the boom in anime, like in the West, in the 2000s.
Yeah.
So I just pulled it up, so I want to read them. The total units that Bleach has sold is, this is like outdated back in like 2016. 574,849 Blu-rays, DVDs. And then Naruto OG Naruto has 92,000, and Shippuden has 172,000.
Damn.
One Piece has 543,000.
Damn.
It's got really ruined by 4Kids.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Well, in my opinion, made it better, but
But also keep in mind, One Piece has 249 DVDs that are available for sale, while Bleach only has 88.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
because most of the One Piece, a lot of the One Piece DVDs only sell 1 to 2,000. Like their average per DVD is 2,210. The average Naruto one, because that's what matters, is the average, not the total. The average Naruto one is 1,700 per unit, 1,400 for Shippuden units, and then the average Bleach one is almost 6.5 thousand.
Yeah, I think we do need to remember that One Piece was, not as popular as Bleach and Naruto.
Not even close
Like nowadays,
over here.
it seems harder to believe, but I feel like most of the reason as to why One Piece has recently risen so much in popularity compared to the other two is because it is still ongoing. Like a lot of people still join into One Piece. Whereas, Bleach has gotten a new wave of popularity, Naruto as Boruto, but it is not the same as having the manga. The actual manga is still ongoing.
Right.
It's still crazy to me though, and I don't like bragging and stuff like this because I don't take any accomplishment in what Bleach accomplishes. It's not me, But the Bounce arc outsold some of the most popular canon arcs in Naruto.
I love it. You love to see it.
The Bounce arc.
That is some crazy. I have specific nostalgia for the Bounce arc, in all of Bleach. So I can understand why. That's when I was watching it on TV when I was younger. The Bound arc was airing. It was probably reruns, or maybe it was the first dub run on TV. I don't know, but that's what I'm specifically nostalgic for. So it makes sense to me. That was probably after Soul Society, right? So that's probably when everyone was into Bleach. Now they're we're here for Bleach, and this was the first thing they pump out right afterwards. So it's it makes sense why it did so well. And then One Piece had the amazing 4Kids dub that people still don't understand the true value of, but listen, I tweeted it before. I think the 4Kids made an unbearable saga funny. It made all of East Blue, which is one of the most dogshit sagas in all of manga, actually funny and enjoyable.
I kind of would have liked to, but I guess only I can study why the 4Kids dub of One Piece is so hated when compared to the Portuguese dub of Dragon Ball, which is worse, definitely. Everyone loves it. I love it. Everyone in Portugal just kind of loves, and the reason why Dragon Ball is as popular is that dub. I would like to understand why one. I guess it's because the other one is so much worse that is amazing. 4Kids is just not that bad. Just bad.
I think it's there. I think it's so bad that it's amazing. And I wouldn't even say it's bad. I think I just genuinely sit down and watch a 4Kids One Piece episode and I actually laugh and I actually enjoy myself, which is something I can't say of the Funimation dub at the time. Not because Funimation is bad by any means. Funimation has... Or was it Funimation? Yeah, Funimation did the One Piece dub.
Yeah, it's Funimation.
It's good quality voice acting, but the content that they're voice acting is just not that interesting to me. So I'm a little less excited about it. But when I see Sanji doing the fucking weird accent, sucking on a lollipop, you know what I mean? It's just fucking, it's so bizarre to me. And also, I'd like to go back and watch more of it because they just cut out whole ass scenes and episodes from the 4Kids canon of One Piece. It's so strange. I'd love to re-experience what they cut out.
Yeah, I would like to, because I haven't actually seen episodes. I'm pretty sure that the dub that we had here was taken out of 4Kids, because I remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course it was dubbed in Portuguese, but I'm pretty sure the script was the same as 4Kids. Was translated from the script from 4Kids, because we had the Shadow Realm. That's not a thing in the original, right?
Wait, yeah. Sorry,
so I guess it's 4Kids.
I'm just looking up about One Piece. They skipped 20 episodes in their entirety. Of One Piece.
I think
they completely removed the Lagoon's presence in the manga, which would have been an issue because Brook Why would Brooke have joined the crew?
They would just remove Brooke.
Yeah,
They would probably do that. They would probably just remove Brooke.
if you
They will look at Thriller Bark and be like, "That's too spooky." Cut it.
if you add together everything they subtracted, it's 39 episodes worth of content they cut. That's craziness.
It's kind of like the thing I don't like. At least I think the Portuguese dub of Dragon Ball just kept everything. It was just like so stupid, but they at least tried to keep the story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in all fairness, like let's just look at some of the things that they cut. They cut all of Little Garden. That's a massive dub. Okay, honestly, I think One Piece is better without Little Garden. So
What? Little Garden's pretty cool.
Fair.
Little Garden's really cool. What the fuck are you guys
no,
doing?
we're spitting
Goofy.
facts. Okay, Little
We're
Garden,
saying
cut it.
facts.
Goat
We don't listen
Island
to
also
One Piece
cut. I
fans.
think this is a positive contribution.
Which island?
It's a third filler arc, Goat Island.
Oh, fillers is whatever.
Oh,
Can
now
you
we're okay
go
with
on?
cutting One Piece
Now
arcs.
we're okay with now we're okay cutting. What's the difference?
The difference is
Crash?
Little Garden is cool. All right.
So-
It has like
So-
I really like the arc of the giant. I don't really care for much anything else, but it really had the cool arc of the giants and the moment of Zoro like getting waxed like this was pretty cool.
I like Vikings because the Giants look kind of like Vikings. You know.
Yeah,
Vikings should not look like this.
they should. They
No,
should.
they shouldn't.
They should.
A Viking shouldn't look like this, in my opinion.
Post it.
A
You're
Viking.
gonna be wrong.
A Viking.
Yes, they should.
No. A
That's a
Viking.
Viking. That's a fat Viking.
A Viking should look like this for.
Oh, you're gonna post a villain saga?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
you.
what this. That's what a real Viking looks like, and you can't tell
True.
me otherwise.
True.
Yeah, but the other is a giant Viking. The one above would just step on the one below. I forgot. his name.
Actually, no. I believe Askeladd.
Askeladd.
I believe Askeladd would know
You believe
that it's a
it's-
giant.
my
would
only
like-
problem is that I just love Askeladd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to agree now because a Viking should
Kinda.
never look like that picture. That picture, like
I disagree with that. I
You,
disagree
you
with
wouldn't
that.
take it that far, but
Uh,
Yeah.
you have to agree with me. Otherwise, you're saying
It's
Askeladd is
extremes.
mid.
okay,
Otherwise you're
okay.
saying- Is Askeladd mid or is that giant? You only have two.
One of them
options.
has to be mid. That's how it works.
Yeah. But to bring it full circle, okay, to bring it full circle, the reason it's important to recognize that the Big Three is a fan-created term is because it's like semi-legit for Viz as the company to say, what really is the Big Three? Because, I mean, technically they never acknowledged it. However, it's also kind of stupid to
get
just like look in the face of something that's clearly existing in the fan base and saying, what do you mean? But I think that's why Crash was like, they're promoting Bleach here also. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
this was just a big
That's kinda like
ploy,
the problem.
really.
They're like, it's like, oh, we're selling Bleach, and someone is like, Bleach is great, and they're like, I don't know.
It's a fan created term, but the term has a reason for why it's those three mangas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for Viz to like spit in the face of this term that they might have not recognized, but they've definitely used it to promote their manga, essentially. In a sense, as like these are the three biggest manga on our magazine. Come buy them, you know.
Yeah.
So they've definitely like realized why like the mangas belong in those terms, and they're basically just spitting in the face of all the fans because it is a recognized term that was created by fans, and while Viz hasn't directly recognized it, the anime fandom at large has.
Yeah, and what the hell, like, what did the tweet actually did for, like, the community? If you go back to the reaction, was just an easy way for a bunch of people to just trash Bleach. That's what it happened. Because suddenly, it's like, Viz, even if Viz is saying that maybe Dragon Ball is on the Big Three and not Bleach. Like, that was kind of like the narrative of a lot of, like, Bleach haters.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
But,
because it has a definition despite it being a fan-made term.
yeah.
And I mean, like, I think it is, like, although I think it's a good term and it's intuitive if you grew up in that period, because, like, in North America, we had, like, these kind of Shonen Jump volumes that weren't weekly Shonen Jump. It just kind of compiled, like, whatever was popular here. Yeah, and I collect, like, all of those. I love them, but, like, every cover is like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. Like that's it. That's all that's ever on the covers. Because that's like, and I think that's very telling of like what the Western audience was.
Yu-Gi-Oh covers though.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh does make it, but like I think I did a TikTok where I'm like, do you want to know why these three are the big three? And I just like throw like these fucking like I go through like 20 of them, and it's like all of the big three members on the cover. I'm like, this is why they're the big three, because they were the fucking face of Shonen Jump for like years here, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah. Well, you know, one of argument I think it was on Twitter. I don't remember if it was on the video, if it was on Twitter, but I think it was on Twitter. That I got was someone saying that like Dragon Ball at the time when Bleach was releasing, that Dragon Ball was overselling Bleach. That is like such a big lie.
It's just like not true.
No, it's not.
That's funny.
At all. Like maybe if you like not maybe if you compare the overall sales of Dragon Ball and Bleach, Dragon Ball sold most, but Bleach was not like Dragon Ball's not overselling Bleach in the 2000s.
Yeah.
It just wasn't.
I mean, like there were manga. I mean, like Hunter x Hunter outsold Bleach in the 2000s. I think Full Metal did also. I mean, like Nana. There's lots of manga, but like even in Jump there were manga, but like not Dragon Ball exactly.
And it makes sense if you think about it. Like, of course, in the 2000s, there's not going to be that many more people buying Dragon Ball, because a lot of people have bought Dragon Ball because the manga has been out for 20 years. Like, I'm not saying like the manga isn't still selling, because I can't fucking buy a box set, even though I'm trying. So that tells me that it is selling. But, like, not more than Bleach at its peak.
Right. Well, I mean,
you can't say that.
And that's the exact same reason why One Piece isn't, like, #1 in sales all the time anymore. Because, like, the fans already own all the manga. But now they have to, like, go and buy all of JJK or Black Clover. So that's why those have, like, these big spikes. Yeah. So
I am excited to see what happens, though, after Thousand Year Blood War airs, to see if Bleach goes higher on the best-selling manga list.
Absolutely will. I think it will.
I'm sure it will get a burst in sales, but let me just check, because I'm pretty sure the one above is sadly Demon Slayer.
No, the one above it is only 135 million.
Oh, it's Bimbogo or whatever its weird name is.
Oishinbo. I definitely think it's gonna surpass that one.
Yeah, that probably.
And I also I don't know how high the sales are gonna get, but I could see it over the course of like the next 2 years gaining about 20 million sales. But Demon Slayer by then will be higher, of course.
Yeah.
Because like without any new material, it's gained 10 million over the course of what, like 5 years, 4 years? Can't remember.
Yeah. I think Oishinbo is still ongoing though. Oh, it's on hiatus.
Mm-hmm. It's been on hiatus since 2014. I don't think it's coming back.
That's what you think. The perfectly timed return with the Bleach anime.
As soon as Bleach passes it, they return.
It's like, oh yeah, I gotta turn up now.
I mean, who knows? Maybe with Bleach releasing the Hell Arc, like with volumes, maybe it will go even higher and above.
Is there any news on that, by the way? Like, do we know anything?
Yeah, the news is that Kubo will do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, that's basically the news. He's actually working on. Apparently, he's working on Burn the Witch right now, and then he's.
Oh, dude, what a fucking waste of time! Listen,
true, but
Kubo.
I do love that Kubo is just kind of like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'll draw like if I want to. I'm gonna draw like a setup for an arc, and I'm not gonna make them. Like, I love it.
Crazy madman.
I do think it would be really smart, like as like a marketing move, to be releasing the Hell Arc while Thousand Year Blood Wars anime is going on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because imagine like those volumes would be selling 2 to 3 million copies a piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I'd absolutely buy them too.
Because I don't feel Burn the Witch is of course still related to Bleach and can still like get pushed by the anime, but I don't think it's the same as new Bleach.
I mean, Burn the Witch is very successful right now. It has the best-selling first volume in a 3-week quarter. One of the best-selling first volumes in a 3-week quarter of all time.
By the way, like Burn the Witch, it's still only the first volume out in English, right? Or am I wrong on that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. When are we getting a second one?
We're not.
He hasn't even made a 5th chapter yet.
Wait, so this is like literally all that's made of Burn the Witch right now?
Do you not know? I
knew
love
it-
the story. Like
I knew it was only a few chapters you'd done. All my hatred, by the way, is based off the film and the one shot. So there's possibility for redemption in here. Maybe I'll read it, and on the next episode, I'll return to you.
Yeah, but that's the same content as the movie. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I mean, this
so
shit's kind of like, but this shit kind of clean though. It's kind of clean though.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like the package is really cool. I've bothered buying Burn the Witch just because of the package, even though I don't like the manga.
In the first 2 days, Burn the Witch sold 200,000 sales. And that was I think it was either the best or like top 3 best-selling first volumes for a manga of all time.
Yeah, I can see that because most of them don't.
Yeah, most of them just don't sell 200,000 sales in 2 days.
Yeah.
Not with their first volume. If they're like really established, maybe.
Yeah,
Like
literally,
JJK right now, something.
Yeah, JJK was actually outselling the first volume because this is after 2 days of selling. This was the ranking right here. And JJK was higher than it. Same for the problem, but these are series that are already established with a high sale count already.
Yeah, and you can see like even Ayakashi Triangle number 10. Ayakashi Triangle had a really strong first volume when it originally came out, like for normal first volumes, and of course it is by an established mangaka.
It's still crazy to me that Burn the Witch beat Black Clover with just a first volume release.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Oh, it's crazy to me that Burn the Witch beat Black Clover in a 1-volume release, especially like with where that volume takes place.
Wait,
like I'm pretty sure that's like one of Noel's big moments.
You mean like volume versus like volume, or?
Yeah. So volume, not volume 1 of Black Clover, but the volume that released the same day as Burn the Witch, the same week.
Yeah.
Burn the Witch was only around for 2 days, and it got number 4 in the the ranking.
Shueisha, not Shueisha. The
Shoseki.
Oricon? Shoseki. The Shoseki. That's the
Shoseki rankings.
True.
But yeah,
Like, I'm so greedy. I want like Kubo to be releasing like weekly Hell Arc. I don't actually want him to release weekly again. I'd love it to be monthly, but like I want him to release the Hell Arc chapters. I want to see more Burn the Witch. I want to see him finish Zombie Powder.
Yeah.
and all of Kubo. By the way, Doofy, because you were talking about it, do you not know like the interview that Kubo did on if he was working on part 2 of Burn the Witch? Because I love that interview.
No, I don't.
Basically, because the editors put at the end of part 1 like part 2 coming soon, and so they were interviewing the editor and Kubo about when part 2 was coming, because it was coming soon, and they weren't expecting that or something, and then Kubo was like, so the editors just put that there to try to convince me, but I don't want to write it right now.
That's so goated.
Basically what happened is they asked if Kubo would write more of Burn the Witch, and he said maybe.
Yeah, like he said, like I think it's like right now I'm not.
Yeah, right now I'm not, but I definitely plan to probably write more like my spare time, pretty much.
What was he doing? Was he working on Bleach then, or?
No,
just nothing.
Just
It's just
nothing?
like that's probably why the editors like you should write more right now, but like they were trying to rush him.
Kubo's
like,
basically retired, and he's using manga creation as like his hobby right now. Like it's like his retirement hobby. I mean, he is working very hard on the anime production now, as we know, because like we got a video, and he feels so bad because he said like, and I quote, well, I'm not quoting the exact words, so I'm not gonna say that. He literally feels bad because he feels like he's taking jobs away from other people, and it being with his
being involved.
involvement. Yeah. So he's probably working some decent hours with the anime team in that case. It's just really exciting. I'm happy that he's involved in the anime. I just want more of the Hell Arc and more Burn the Witch and more Zombie Powder.
More everything. But I do appreciate just how much he like. It's not that he doesn't care; it's that he will work at his pace.
Yeah, he doesn't want to burn out again.
Doesn't want to be like Togashi.
Yeah, even Togashi has been going at his own pace for years now.
Yeah,
but that's great for him, because if he didn't have the contract that he had, he'd be dead.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's rough because like I'm not really closely following the Hunter x Hunter chapter development, but like I saw kind of like a series of tweets for a while where you was just kind of like, you know, not much progress happening, you know, hand still hurts despite treatment, back still hurts, blah blah blah. So it's like this is kind of what I was worried that would happen. Like I just don't think that he's in a state anymore to produce manga like he once did. But I mean, listen, if you can get out the 10, 20 chapters or whatever and it's another hiatus, I mean, fuck it. It is what it is.
Honestly,
Be
I
grateful
feel
we
like
have 20 more chapters, but it
Yeah.
sucks that he's in this position to like destroy his body for it.
Yeah, of course he's doing it. I probably believe that he really enjoys writing it or drawing it, but I feel like he could just write the script and have someone else drawing, like his wife. That's not like random. His wife is the author of Sailor Moon, by the way. She's a mangaka.
Yeah.
She has been helping, I believe, with
Yeah, she has
some of
been
the more
helping, but
recent
I feel like-
chapters.
I feel like she could, like, I'm not saying that she could, but like getting someone else to do the arts, and he could just not worry about that.
Like me, I'd do
probably
the art. I'd do the art for Takashi
Yeah,
for 18 mil.
yeah,
Yeah,
wouldn't be much
same.
worse.
Same. I actually am curious. Do you guys feel like authors, like, their names have some different kind of value? Because I feel very different when it comes to... I'm going to use specifically Naruto, but I mean no hate towards Kishimoto's name, by the way. I love Kishimoto. I love his works. I think he's a great mangaka. But, like, when comparing Kishimoto to Kubo, I feel like with, like, the Burn the Witch success versus, like, the Samurai 8's failure, like, I don't think Burn the Witch has
Failure.
established itself as a story yet. You know what I mean? Like, it hasn't gotten the chance to be a full story yet it was so well received and was such a success in comparison to Samurai 8. I've always like thought maybe like Kubo's name just holds more value in a lot of people's eyes than Kishimoto, which might be a little weird to think.
I think that would only be the case after the fact. Like I think fresh off of Naruto and Bleach, they're probably just like probably equal, but it's not until we can in retrospect see like, okay, so their second attempt at a manga failed, their second attempt wasn't a failure,
I
therefore
also think
Kubo better kind of thing.
I also think that, like, since Naruto never left, I guess, with Boruto, even if Boruto wasn't at all done by Kishimoto, seeing Kishimoto coming back, it doesn't feel the same as Kubo coming back, because we didn't have like anything related to Bleach or related to Kubo for a long time. For,
It's a live action movie.
yeah, that doesn't.
Bro, the Bleach community was so hungry for new content. Like, the Bleach content creators made like 30 videos on like the Bleach live action movie. Yeah, I think that's fair because like, and I also think like I actually think Boruto's a pretty decent story. Like, I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. I don't even think it's bad, to be honest. But I think maybe Boruto hurt Kishimoto's reputation. You know?
Yeah.
To where people
Even though
weren't as
again, it's not
excited.
by him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again, it's not by him. He writes the story now, but at that time, I don't even think he wrote the story.
In the beginning?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did not.
So I think maybe Boruto hurt Kishimoto's reputation to where Samurai 8 just didn't do as well.
Yeah, I definitely think Boruto on the back of Samurai, it's not a good look for him.
But I also
Whereas-
think like for like the hype can die quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like
For sure.
for example, with the Elusive Samurai, that got hyped because he's not that big of a name here, but Yusei Matsui is a big name in Japan. So they were like super hyped for the Elusive Samurai when it came out. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, it's by this mangaka's Assassination Classroom.
Yeah.
And when it came out, that volume sold like super well. But now we are like the 7th volume. It's not doing bad, but the hype certainly has died down. Now I feel like with Samurai 8, because the manga was not as good as Elusive Samurai, of course that hype is gonna die much faster.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you compare it to like Burn the Witch, it didn't like give us time for the hype to die. It was 4 months. It was 4 weeks. Done.
Yeah.
It didn't like overstay its welcome.
I definitely agree. I think because of that, Burn the Witch is going to retain a lot better sales per volume. Like when Kubo comes back, does a 4-chapter drop or a 5 or 6 chapter drop, and then that gets turned into volume 2. I think it will still retain like the 300,000 sales, and it will never like really die down because he's going to do it in like batches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
definitely
people want to know more about the Burn the Witch world because it's been barely touched.
agree. Yeah. Cause that's kind of like the thing I really don't like, I guess, in a Burn the Witch right now, is that they established so much, and we barely got to explore anything of it. So maybe when we got more of it, I can appreciate it a little bit more, I guess.
It's definitely like the pacing is definitely a little too fast, in my opinion. I think it would have worked better if he did like 6 chapters instead of 4, just to like with the same story schedule, just like because it would like allow stuff to breathe easier, would allow things to move a little flowier.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Zombie Powder is still Kubo's best first volume.
Listen, I don't want to hear
For
none
sure.
from y'all. I don't want to hear none from y'all from the GOAT himself, alright? Don't forget,
Didn't
ladies
he
and
do well?
gentlemen, the big 3, Black Clover, Zombie Powder, Naruto, Me and Roboco, Crash Bandicoot, POXAL, Manga Crash, My Name is Doofy, and Dragon Ball Z. The big 3, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're out.